Hey everybody, I wanted to take a few minutes to introduce you to my airplane that I've had for about 6 months or so. This is what we call Lil Rue. This is a Jabiru J230, a 2008 model. And she's just an absolute blast to fly. We've really been enjoying her. I'm doing some lessons for students, doing some transition training, even doing, it's a technologically advanced airplane, so I'm even doing TAA training for commercial candidates who need to get there 10 hours. So yeah, she's a fun airplane, really a blast to fly, and I'm going to introduce you a little to her today and also take you for a flight. Yeah, let's get to this. All right, I'm going to be doing a little voiceover here, so kind of like a director's commentary. So I'll pipe in from time to time when I want to give some after-the-fact commentary on what you're seeing or hearing, and so hopefully you enjoy that, gives you a little more insight. It's much harder to check brakes and tires when your airplane has wheel pants, but it does get me an extra knot or two, so it's worth it. All right, so we're good to go. So let's get in, get her started up, and taxi over to the fuel pumps, and we'll get some gas and go from there. Okay. Let's do our starting engine. Avionics are off. Parking brake is set. Passengers briefed. No passengers. By the way, that's one of my favorite parts of this video, when I act surprised when there was no passengers. I didn't mean to do that, but when I was watching it later, I thought that was pretty funny. Carb heat is off. Propeller is clear. Master's coming on. Boost pump on for 5 seconds. Clear. Starts like a car. Instruments coming on right away. And we do have oil pressure. That's good. We're taxiing heat defrost. Good. Lights, we'll turn the navs on. Can leave the strobes on. We'll leave the landing light off. Weather received and flight instruments. So we'll go ahead and turn the transponder on. My headset.
Wind 090 at 5, temperature 32, dew point -2, altimeter 2989er, visual approach in use, landing and departing, runways 4 left and 4 right. NOTAMs, check NTC notice for UAS activity, cranes and minimums. Level south of runway centerline, 124.6, north of runway centerline, 119.7. Advise on initial contact, you have information, Charlie.
All right, I went ahead and got the ATIS.
On ground 994 Lima Alpha, run
just to make sure there's not any
Just 994
major
Lima Alpha,
closures or anything. But I'm just taxiing over
994 Lima Alpha
to the fuel pump, so I don't really need to talk to anybody. Not ready to go yet.
Good morning, talking ground, Oxford 6493, approaching spot 5 with Charlie.
So just listening to ground if they have to get in touch with me. That's never happened before, but you never know.
Runway 4 right, taxi via Delta, advise run complete.
4 right via Delta, will advise Oxford 6493.
Why is 5 Kilo Sierra parked in front of the fuel island? That is strange. So I'll just come at it from the other side. So I was talking there about 5 Kilo Sierra, later on in this video, 6 Kilo Sierra will play a big role. Both of those airplanes are part of a club that I am a member of, but I also teach at. And so I've flown those airplanes before. That'll come into play later on. But the reason I was surprised it was at the pump is because we have a deal with the FBO and they always fill it by the truck. And so it turns out that I don't think it was actually parked there to get fuel. It just happened to be there. Anyway, it's going to come back up. All right, go ahead and set that. Instruments are going to come off. Let's do our run-up. Oil temperature is more than 120. Parking brake is set. Fuel valves 3 on. Again. All right, flight controls.
Ground Oscar 6784, spot 5, information Charlie requested, simulated base 1.
All right, free and correct. Trim is neutral. Throttle going to 1800. All right, we'll check the mags.
Oxford 6784, top ground, runway 4 right, take.
All right, I'm going to talk about something here that you might notice during the video. You might notice some flashing on the warning light above the PFD there. That happens quite a bit when I'm doing things like touch and goes or landings. I get terrain warnings and different types of warnings like that all the time on there, and they have to be acknowledged or it'll continue to flash. I'm going to work on fixing some of those so it doesn't happen as much. But you'll also notice sometimes during the flight possibly that the light stays on. Well, there was a mistake in some of the limits that I had to figure out. It was happening for a couple of days and there were no actual problems going on at the time, but one of the limits had gotten messed up and so it was latched on all the time. The day after this, I fixed it. I talked to GRT and they gave me some things to try and I was actually able to fix it. So that went away. But if you're wondering why that's on sometimes, that's why. If you're wondering why it's flashing, that's normal. There we go. Lights as required. We're good there. Transponder is set to altitude. We'll get that on. Radios are set. On 119.7 on the other side. All right, takeoff brief. We're going to be taking off on 4 right. It looks like there's almost no wind. Any wind there is looks like it's down the runway. We should be off the ground by Bravo taxiway easily. If we're not, something's wrong, we're going to abort the takeoff. If we're on the takeoff roll and something anomalous happens, we're going to cut the power and we're going to slow down and get off the runway, abort the takeoff. If we are off the ground but there's runway remaining, we're going to do the same thing, chop the power, we're going to put it back down on the remaining runway and heavy braking and get off the runway. If we're in the air and something happens, we're going to keep it straight ahead within 30 degrees and we're going to find some place as safe as possible to land. If we have electrical power, we're going to put the flaps down more. They'll already be at 10 degrees. If we're in the air and there's no runway remaining, but we are 800 feet AGL, that's 2,200 feet MSL, the airport is available to us. All right. Talking ground, light support 648 Juliet is complete with the run-up.
Light support 648 Juliet, continue taxi, monitor tower.
Continue taxiing over to tower 48 Juliet.
70 knots.
We're looking for traffic, number 3.
Oxford 2080 Falcon at tower, blue departure approved, runway 4 right.
Flaps are set.
Blue departure approved, runway 4 right.
Fuel pump will come on in a minute. Well, if you hadn't noticed, taking off from KFFZ, that's Falcon Field in Mesa, Arizona. It is a very, very busy GA airport. There's a lot of training going on there, but also a lot of based aircraft. So you'll notice during this flight that the radio is pretty much constant. There's always people in the pattern. There's always things happening. Anyway, you'll see here, it's busier than most airports. For takeoff, doors are closed. Flaps are set 10 degrees. Seatbelts are secured. Landing light is on.
Flight 4648 Juliet, Falcon Tower, flight straight out, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 4 right, and we'll fly straight out, 48 Juliet.
916 Juliet, switching for the visual 4 right.
Citation 916 Juliet, Falcon Tower, make a right traffic, runway 4 right.
Right traffic 4 right.
All right, final is clear.
Citation
We're on
16
4
Juliet,
right.
you better
We
enter a
cleared
right base,
flights
runway 4
straight
right.
out.
Right base entry 4 right, 16 Juliet.
All right, power's coming up. No more braking. Airspeed is alive. Engine instruments are in the green.
November 7516 Papa Falcon Tower, you up?
Okay, we'll fly the nose.
Cessna 217, just continue that heading for now for IFR citation inbound. Let you know when you return to the green.
Continue heading 64217.
All right, flaps are coming up.
Cessna 217, traffic 1 o'clock, 3 mile citation inbound for a base indicates 3,100, reported in sight.
Traffic inside 64217.
Cessna 217, on course approved at your discretion.
On course approved on discretion 64217.
Citation 16 Juliet, runway 4 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 4 right, 16 Juliet.
Nice forward, 48 Juliet, traffic heading to right, departing to the east, right, close traffic approved.
Right, close traffic approved, that traffic is in sight, 48 Juliet.
Cessna 1287, Uniform Falcon Tower, fly straight out, runway 4 right, clear for takeoff, traffic citation base.
All right, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to talk a little bit about Lil Rue, tell you a little more about her. She's a 2008 J230 from Jabiru. It's got an updated Gen 4 Jabiru 3300 6-cylinder engine in it, and an engine instrumentation system from GRT, or Grand Rapids Technologies. The PFD and the MFD are also from GRT, as well as the autopilot. It's all part of an integrated system. Pretty easy to use, but as with most more advanced instruments, you have to spend some time to get to know them to get proficient. Here's the other thing about this airplane. It's not that easy to land and take off compared to more traditional trainers. I've noticed this as I've done TAA training for a handful of commercial certificate candidates, and I've noticed how they've struggled at first with the rudder. With how light it is and probably other parts of the design, the left turning tendencies on takeoff are pretty pronounced compared to your average Cessna or Piper. You got to be Johnny on the spot with the rudder, and it's a strong push on the right to keep that nose straight when you're taking off. But it's not just on takeoff either. The adverse yaw is much greater than on an Archer or even a 172 in just normal turns when you're flying the airplane. Besides the risk of ground looping, it kind of feels a bit like flying a tailwheel aircraft. You have to really be on the rudder. Likewise for landings, it can feel a little squirrely on touchdown and rollout compared to common trainers. Not as planted, if you will. You really have to dance on the rudders to keep the nose straight at those speeds just after touchdown. You really get rewarded in this airplane for keeping the nose off the ground as long as possible. So riding that wheelie on landing really helps out. The slower you are when the nose wheel touches, the better off you're going to be. So today, since I don't get to do that many landings anymore, since I'm either with students who do the landings or I'm going somewhere with my wife or someone else, and I only get one landing at our destination. So I thought I'd go up and just stay in the pattern a bit. It was really fun just to relax and get some reps in like that. Like most skills in aviation, it's a bit perishable, and I want to make sure I'm keeping my proficiency up. Maybe I got a little too relaxed though, as you'll see later in the flight. So yeah, a little foreshadowing for you.
Clear touch and go 4 right, turn in base now, 48 Juliet. Transfer 1 Papa Alpha, traffic on a midfield left downwind arch out of case 2500 climbing southbound.
We'll look for him, 905 Alpha. Falcon Tower, Skyhawk 789 Foxtrot Alpha, information Charlie over Chandler, requesting full stop north side.
Transfer 1 Papa Alpha, just a left turn about 1550 degrees for that traffic and descent to pattern notch approved.
Roger, will square it off and set a pattern off 2905 Alpha.
That's calling inbound, say again please.
Falcon Tower, Skyhawk 789 Foxtrot Alpha, information Charlie requesting full stop north side over Chandler.
To 78 Fox, that's the 79 Fox Alpha, Falcon Tower, Roger, continue inbound for now, and the traffic about 12 o'clock and 3 miles southbound, out to case 3300, type unknown, additional traffic 1 o'clock, 3 miles southbound, Cessna to case 3600.
Looking for that traffic, 9 Foxtrot Alpha.
Transfer 1 Papa Alpha, traffic no factor, resume on navigation for the downwind, and again, continued descent to pattern altitude.
Wilco, 1 Papa Alpha.
All right, 1800 RPM. 75.
Falcon Tower, this is 314 Lima Alpha.
Coming down at about 400 feet per minute.
With information Charlie.
So 314 Lima Alpha, Falcon Tower, enter
A little
left
power down to
right base, only 4
1700.
Right base, 4 right, 314 Lima Alpha.
Just 12931 Falcon Tower, you up?
Skyhawk 12931, affirmative.
This is 931 runway 4 right at Delta 2. Clear for takeoff, traffic on a mile and a quarter final, flash
All
radar.
right, let's slow it down to
Clear for takeoff,
65 to 70.
Delta 2, straight out, Skyhawk 12931.
This is 9 Foxtrot Alpha. The first set of traffic, no factor. Additional traffic heading to your right, lower. Not a factor, make straight in runway 4 left.
Straighten for 4 left, 9 Foxtrot Alpha.
This is our 1 Papa Alpha. Number 2, following a light sport half-mile final, runway 4 right, clear touch and go, right close traffic approved.
Right, clear touch, go right close, 931 Alpha.
All right, we're going to get full flaps here. That's slowing us down nicely. Runway is made.
9 Foxtrot Alpha. Traffic heading to your right about a mile. A type unknown, in case 2600 appears to be extended down for gateway.
Looking for that traffic, 0 Charlie Alpha, 9 Foxtrot Alpha.
Flaps coming up. All right. The power, we're already at 45, so we're going to fly that nose. Go full power. More right rudder.
Fox 5147 Falcon Tower, traffic 1 mile final, expedite.
There you heard me coach myself more right rudder there. That goes back to what I was talking about a few minutes ago about, you know, needing an extra rudder in this airplane. So sometimes when I'm a little out of practice, I got to coach myself up a little bit too.
Foxtrot Alpha.
Alright. Flaps are coming up. Minus 75.
Correction, light sport 48 Juliet, follow a Cessna approaching the wagon wheel for base.
All right, we'll follow that traffic looking right now, 48 Juliet.
Falcon Tower, course 2880, blue arrival with information Charlie, request full stop taxi back.
Falcon Tower, light sport 48 Juliet, we have that traffic we're following in sight on the crosswind.
Light sport 48 Juliet, roger, maneuvers as necessary if you need a wider downwind, that's approved.
Wilco, 48 Juliet.
And anybody calling unanswered, we're doing a control change again.
All right, how about some numbers? That might be interesting for you, so I'll throw some out here. While the engine is very conventional by today's standards, it does have a bit of a wide RPM range. I say conventional because it's a horizontally opposed, air-cooled, direct drive, carbureted aircraft engine. Pretty standard stuff. But there are some things that are a little different, and we could talk about that now. First, it's got an altitude compensating carburetor. There is no mixture control that the pilot can use. The carburetor changes the mixture on its own as appropriate for whatever density altitude we're in. Interesting concept, but yeah, no control of the mixture by the pilot, which, you know, is a little strange when you first start flying it. To shut the engine down, for example, you turn it off like a car with the key. It's something that's a little different for most airplanes.
Cessna 61991. Passport 48 Juliet, base approved. Number 2, follow Cessna, turning 1 mile final, runway 4 right, cleared touch and go, then straight out.
4 right, clear touch and go, and then straight out, 48 Juliet.
Oxford 3966, tower, did you call?
Blue arrival with Charlie, Oxford 3966.
Oxford 3966, roger, just keep the speed up. You're overtaking company Archer off your right, 2 o'clock, 1 mile, same direction at 2,700 indicated. Just keep the speed up again, runway 4 right.
All right, 20 degrees of flaps.
4 right,
Keep
Oxford
it
3966.
Oxford 2880, company Archer off your left wing, slightly behind at 2,800 indicated. They'll be overtaking off your left for the blue arrival.
Traffic in sight for 2880.
And Oxford 3966, were you a full stop?
We'll keep it at 65, keep everything kosher. Don't have to do a short
Car 1
field.
Papa Alpha, base approved. Number 2, follow light sport 1 mile final.
All right,
Runway
we're gonna
4
go
right,
full
cleared to land,
flaps.
wind calm.
All right, cleared to land, 1 Pop Alpha.
And it's also a pretty small engine, about 200 cubic inches of displacement. But it's a 6-cylinder engine, about 120 horsepower. The result of that 6 cylinders, at least from my perspective, is that the engine is very smooth, very little vibration. And with the lightweight carbon fiber prop this airplane has, it just starts and stops like a car. It fires up basically instantly every time. And you can barely hear or feel it when it happens. Relatively speaking, of course. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll let you watch this landing and then I'll pick this back up after.
All right, we're 0 power. Gonna float it down there. All right, a little bit long, coming up with the flaps. All right. Go full power. We're gonna fly that nose. Don't
Oxford
let that thing
3966,
get away
runway
from
4
you.
right, continue traffic holding in position.
4 right, continue, Oxford 3966.
And we're flying straight out.
Speed, your discretion.
Speed, our discretion, Oxford 3966.
Oxford 5643, Falcon Tower, traffic approaching 1 mile final, cross runway 48 at Golf, taxi via Delta 7, contact ground. Good day.
Cross runway 4 right at Golf to Delta 7, contact ground, Oxford 5643.
Oxford 2880, when you join down, extend down.
Extend downwind for 2880.
That's before you, Juliet. Fly straight out another half mile, then right traffic approved.
Half mile, then right traffic, 48 Juliet.
That's before you, Juliet. Actually, I'm in instructions. Make left close traffic now. Change to runway 4 left. Contact tower on 119.7.
All right, left close now, and we'll go over to the north tower, 48 Juliet. Falcon Tower, light sport 648 Juliet in left crosswind.
Light Sport 648 Juliet, Falcon Tower, number 2, follow Warrior 1 mile final, running 4 left, clear touch and go.
4 left, clear touch and go, 48 Juliet. You mind if we do a short approach on this one?
Light Sport 48 Juliet, short approach approved, number 2, follow Warrior half mile final.
Short approach approved, cleared 4 left for touch and go, 48 Juliet.
I saw an opportunity for a short approach, so I asked for it and got it. I haven't really gotten a chance to do a ton of those in this airplane, but I like to feel what the glide feels like and kind of really get to start to feel how the energy is going to need to be managed on something like that. So when I see this opportunity, I had to take it. There you go.
Best glide is 70. Okay, there's our touchdown point. Go power all the way out. And we're going to keep it at about 70. Our best glide.
I should note this airplane's pretty slippery. It's got a 12-to-1 glide ratio, so it's actually not that easy to get down. So it's good for me to practice these power off 180s and things like that, so I can get a feel for it. It's quite a bit more floaty, quite a bit more glidey, if that's a word, than the trainers that I'm in a lot.
Flight 448 Juliet, traffic opposite base, let's go runway.
48 Juliet.
All right, getting the next notch in.
Attention all aircraft, Falcon Tower information. Delta is now current. Wind 1003, altimeter 2990.
Last notch.
Warrior 9054, verify you're requesting one more touch and go and then followed by south.
Yes, one more touch and go and then southbound departure, please. 9054.
Warrior 9054, roger. Warrior 70, Papa Foxtrot, Falcon Tower, fly straight out, 24 left.
All right, I gotta mention it. I mean, I don't get to practice these a lot, but I did put that right on the 1,000 footers, which was my target. So, hey, you win some sometimes.
417, Falcon Tower, taxi to departure approved.
Departure approved, 11417.
Warrior 9054, running 4 left, clear touch and go, fly straight out.
4 left, clear touch and go, and then fly straight out, 9054.
Flight Sport 48 Juliet, follow Warrior left, downwind, left close traffic approved.
Left close traffic behind that Warrior, that's about my 9 o'clock, 48 Juliet.
Thank you. Flight Sport 48 Juliet, number 2, follow Warrior, approach and downwind, turning 4 left, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 4 left, 48 Juliet.
Also, something that's a little different, like I said earlier, is the RPM range. Some of the numbers feel a little bit normal, like it likes to idle and taxi about 1,000 RPM. That's pretty normal. But pulling the throttle all the way out, all the way to idle, doesn't really reduce it much from that 1,000, maybe down to about 900 or so. And some of the other RPMs you use seem kind of normal. For example, I usually fly the pattern at about 2,100 RPM. The difference is when I'm flying at 2,100 RPM in the pattern, that's usually at about 80 knots, not the 90 or so you would see in a conventional trainer. So let's talk about cruise. This is where things are a bit different. The standard cruise range is from 2750 to 2850 RPM, and she'll cruise at about 110 knots indicated or more at the higher end of that range. Usually somewhere about 120, maybe even a little more true airspeed, maybe 125. And she'll do that sipping about 5.2 gallons an hour. There's an information screen on the MFD engine page that, among other things, shows the current mileage and the average mileage as well. And often she reports that we're getting about 23, 24, or even 25 nautical miles per gallon. I haven't done the math exactly, but that translates to likely over 30 statute miles per gallon or somewhere around that. It's pretty funny that in cruise, my airplane gets better gas mileage than, I don't know, like a Corolla. And it does it at about twice the typical speed and in straight lines to your destination. I don't know. I just love the efficiency we get in this thing.
Start to walk that power out.
Base 7055.
And Warrior 9054, traffic ahead and to your left and 1 mile
power's all the way out.
2,800 southeastbound, Seminole.
Just gonna let it float to the 1,000 footers.
Looking for the traffic, 9054.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, traffic opposite base, Cessna Island, spiral runway.
Alright, that's
We'll
good.
keep an eye out for that traffic. That's 0 Papa Fox.
Keep that nose light. Flaps are coming up. Alright, we are not going to let it go to the left. Fly that nose. Full power.
Dr. Terra, Longbow 417, sour compass taxi to arrival to Boeing with Charlie.
Longbow 417, Falcon Tower, taxi to arrival approved.
Alright.
Taxi to arrival approved, Longbow 417.
Obviously, if you've watched the video part of this flight, not just listen to the audio, you'll also notice that it has a control stick and not a yoke. So for those only listening, it's a shared center stick where it comes up in kind of a Y, so there's a grip for each pilot on the same control stick. It's pretty easy to fly and works out pretty well. But because the stick is between the two pilots, there has to be a throttle control for the outside hands. And sure enough, there is a dual throttle control, one on the far left of the panel and one on the far right of the panel, so either pilot can use it. One more thing that might be a little different is that the push to talk for either pilot is just above their respective throttle control on the panel. It actually is pretty easy to use since your hand is usually resting right there, close or on the throttle. Because there is an armrest on each door that leads your arm straight to the throttle in the push to talk. Likewise, there's an armrest in the center for the stick hand. Seriously, it's a very comfortable airplane to fly as your hands are just sort of naturally resting in all the right places.
Warrior 20, just make sure you're line up for 4 left. It appears that you're 1 mile east of the final.
520, X-ray.
520 extra traffic, 10 mile final. Archer altitude indicates 2,700. We'll be landing south runway.
Roger, 520, X-ray.
Warrior 9054, will you be landing at Chandler? Warrior 3994, Falcon Tower.
All right. Got it nailed at 75 knots. We start slowing it down here. Just 70 at least. There we are.
Falcon ground, November 7637 Foxtrot with Delta 3 miles north of the confluence, requesting multiple touch and goes.
Archer 7637 Foxtrot, Falcon Tower, make left traffic, runway 4 left.
Left traffic 4 left, 7637 Foxtrot.
Last notch.
Warrior 0 Papa
Power is
Foxtrot, number
idle.
2, follow light sport short final, runway 4 left, quick touch and go.
Number 2 behind the light sport, 4 left, clear touch and go, 0 Papa Fox.
Alright. Flaps are coming up. And we're gonna fly the nose.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, turn base.
Turning base, 0 Papa Fox.
Light sport 48 Juliet, fly straight out.
Fly straight out, 48 Juliet.
Light sport 648 Juliet, follow Cessna if you're left and downwind.
All right, we'll follow that traffic on downwind in sight, 48 Juliet.
Light sport 48 Juliet, thank you. Traffic over the confluence will follow you. Additional traffic off your right, Bonanza will be turning northbound outside of you as well.
We'll be looking, 48 Juliet.
Cessna 6 Kilo Sierra, extend downwind.
Extend down 6 Kilo Sierra.
There was 6 Kilo Sierra. Pay attention to them.
826 Kilo Sierra number 2, follow Warrior 1 mile flying over running 4 left, clear to land.
4 left, cleared to land, number 2 with the traffic inside, 826 Kilo Sierra.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, extend upwind.
Extending upwind, 0 Papa Fox.
So let me know what else you might want to know about Lil Rue, and I'll try to include more information in future videos. Oh, well, it might be obvious, but I'll tell you anyway why we call her Lil Rue. First, she's small, so that part's pretty obvious. But the Rue part comes, of course, from her manufacturer, Jabiru. Rue happens to also be a family name in my family, so it fits even better.
Traffic inside, Warrior 448, right.
Thank you. Lights 448 Juliet, number 2, follow Cessna left base, show 1 mile final, running 4 left, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go 4 left following that traffic inside 48 Juliet.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, turn downwind.
Turning downwind, 0 Papa Fox.
Warrior 20 X-ray, contact ground.
Contact ground 520 X-ray.
Warrior 858, traffic now left crossing, turning downwind.
Traffic inside, Warrior 448, by me.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, turn downwind, please.
Turning downwind, 0 Papa.
Lights 448 Juliet, traffic 2 mile final, and propeller running.
48 Juliet.
Cessna 826 Kilo Sierra, we're requesting multiple touch and goes.
Affirmative for 826 Kilo Sierra.
Cessna 826.
All right, back to 6 Kilo Sierra. Notice I'm kind of following them around in the pattern a little bit here. They're ahead of me. Anyway, it'll come back up in a minute.
Cessna 826 Kilo Sierra, traffic off your left wing now, left downwind.
Traffic inside, 826 Kilo Sierra.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, number 2, follow Archer left base, turning 4 left, clear touch and go.
Number 2 behind Archer, 4 left, clear touch and go, 0 Papa Fox.
That was nice. Right on the money, right on the 1,000 footers. All right.
Lights 4648 Juliet, follow Cessna left crossing, turning downwind.
Negative contact 48 Juliet, we'll be looking.
Warrior 85.
I should have mentioned this earlier, but one of the reasons I was out here trying to kind of do spot landings, I was trying to make sure I was landing most of the time beyond the beginning of the 1,000 footers. It's because I'm probably going to be flying my airplane to Oshkosh this year. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. But because I've only had it for 6 months and I don't get to land it all that often, like I talked about earlier, I wanted to start getting real familiar about, managing the energy, like I said before, so that I can get proficient at spot landings, making sure I can hit my spots, because that's an important skill when you're flying into Oshkosh. So that's one of the reasons I was out as well.
Number 3, 4 left, clear touch 26 Kilo Sierra.
Warrior 0 Papa left base, turning 4 left, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go 4 left following that traffic inside 48 Juliet.
Citation 16 Juliet, monitor on 124.6.
All right, well, she might be small, but again, if you've watched the video, you do get a glimpse at one point of the baggage compartment. I would bet it's likely the biggest baggage compartment in all of light sport world. My understanding is that the same airframe is used for a 4-seat model that's available in other countries, like maybe Australia, where it's made. So in this light sport 2-seat model, the area behind the seats is absolutely cavernous, and it has a man-sized baggage door to boot. It's one of the things I really love about the airplane. It's really easy to get stuff in and out, and anything light enough to take with you is more than likely going to fit. It's seriously huge back there. So she might be little, but she's got a big heart, as they say. As long as by heart you mean storage area, right?
Warrior 858, if you need to climb for terrain that is approved, continue straight out.
We'll fly straight out, Warrior 58.
Little power in so we can hold. All right, spot is made.
Oxford 6881, follow Warrior ahead and to your left and to 2 miles and downwind.
By that nose.
Looking for that traffic. Oxford 6881.
Flight 4648 Julia, fly straight out. Joshua Jones, departed citation.
We'll fly straight out, 48 Julia.
Yes, 448 Julia, citation departed south runway, just off your right.
Yeah, that's in sight, 48 Julia. Can't see the wake though.
Warrior 858, turn left cross and follow Archer left downwind.
I know, I'm a smart aleck. I thought at least I'd get a little chuckle, but she just moved on.
Flight 48 Juliet, if you need to climb for terrain that is approved, continue straight out.
We'll continue straight out, 48 Julia.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, traffic left base to 2 mile final Archer.
Keep an eye out for that traffic. We got him in sight, 70 Papa Foxtrot.
Archer 6881, extend downwind. Oxford 6881, extend downwind.
Extending downwind, Oxford 6881.
Flight 448 Juliet, traffic ahead and to your left, 1 mile over Granite Reef Dam.
Traffic is in sight, 48 Julia.
Flight 448 Juliet, follow Cessna off your left.
We'll follow that Cessna, 48 Julia.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, follow Archer 2 mile final, running 4 left, clear touch and go number 2.
Number 2 behind there.
That Cessna I'm following, by the way, that's 6 Kilo Sierra.
Control 118, Falcon Tower, running 4 left, line up and wait, traffic arrow 2 mile final.
4 left, line point, Vector 118.
Control 214, running 4 left, continue, traffic holding in position.
4 left, Vector 214.
Warrior 858, follow Archer.
All right, I was just feeling good, having a good day, and getting pretty relaxed. And what you're going to see or hear upcoming is me picking up somebody else's call. And it's 6 Kilo Sierra. So, as I said before, I'm pretty comfortable. I was just sitting there kind of doing my thing, following 6 Kilo Sierra. She called them up, and I sat there for a second. Nobody answered, and then I answered for them. And then I got everybody confused. Here you go.
6 Kilo Sierra, number 3, correction number 2. Follow Warrior 1 mile final, running 4 left, clear touch and go.
48 Juliet, cleared, touch and go 4 left. I thought we were following a Cessna.
6 Kilo Sierra, correction, follow Cessna 3 mile final.
All right, we're following that Cessna on a 3 mile final, 48 Juliet, number 3.
All right.
Tower, Cessna 26 Kilo Sierra, did you make a call for us?
26 Kilo Sierra, affirmative, number 2. Follow Warrior half mile final, running 4 left, clear touch and go.
Number 2 behind the Warrior, 4 left, clear touch to go, 6 Kilo Sierra.
13953, extend downwind.
Extend downwind.
Okay, so, yeah, kind of crazy. So, she correctly told 6 Kilo Sierra to follow an Archer. And when I so confidently answered that I was supposed to be following a Cessna, then she's probably going, oh, yeah, did I get that wrong? So she corrected herself. And then a few moments later, 6 Kilo Sierra jumped on and said, hey, did you call me earlier? And so it was at that point when they said that, I went, wait a minute, what just happened? But my little blunder there got everybody confused. So you know, don't say I didn't do anything to keep it interesting that day.
Falcon Tower, MD1 on the go, Yankee 2.
Charles 552, contact tower 124.6, please.
And by the way, I really didn't know for sure what had happened until later on when I went back to the recording and kind of figured it out. But I knew something was up when 6 Kilo Sierra called back in. But I really didn't even know at the time that I had made that mistake. It's pretty funny.
552, contact tower 124.6, please. Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, additional traffic opposite base, Archer lands parallel runway, reduce speed, please.
Speed 70 Papa Foxtrot.
Central West 102, extend downwind.
Central West 102, extending downwind.
Warrior 858, extend downwind.
Standing downwind, Warrior 58. Falcon Tower, Oxford 6881, hold short 4 left at Echo 1, request short delay.
6881, Falcon Tower, standby. Flight 44 Juliet, fly straight out.
Fly straight out, 48 Juliet.
Cessna 6 Kilo Sierra, make left close traffic.
All right, flaps are coming
Left
up.
close traffic, 86 Kilo Sierra.
Central West 102, turn base.
Central West 102, turning base.
Warrior 858, follow Archer, head on downwind, turning base.
Following that traffic, Warrior 58.
Flight Sport 40 Juliet, traffic left crosswind, turning downwind, Cessna.
Traffic in sight, 48 Juliet.
Flight Sport 40 Juliet, roger, follow Cessna.
We'll follow that Cessna, 48 Juliet.
Archer 953, fly straight out.
Fly straight out, 953. Falcon Tower 648 Juliet, can we make this one a full stop? Terminate, please, parking south side.
Flight Sport 40 Juliet, roger.
Well, as you just heard, I'd be making this one my last one, full stop. But listen carefully because the controller is going to have a hard time finding a Venture West airplane. I think it's 108.
Central West 108, Falcon Tower, reduce speed, please.
Tower, MD1, Echo ramp, requesting Cactus 2 departure to the north.
MD1 Cactus departure, approved traffic 3 miles north of the field, inbound on the Gecko 2 arrival helicopter.
MD1 will be searching.
Flight 440 Juliet, traffic opposite baseline, parallel runway.
48 Juliet.
So anyway, she got so distracted that she almost didn't give me a clearance. She did give it to me at the very last minute. I was ready to ask for it or go around, but she did finally give it to me. And then she also, as is the normal practice, didn't tell me to turn right and hold short of the parallel runway because I had to get across over there to park, and didn't have me go over to the other controller and everything. I ended up doing it, and you'll hear that the other controller kind of cleaned it up by making sure that I was going to hold short.
Central West 108, Falcon Tower. Central West 108, if you hear the transmission, ident.
Tower, MD1 has the Gecko helicopter traffic in sight, no factor.
MD1 Falcon Tower, roger. Archer 953, I told you to extend downwind, turn back into the downwind and extend.
Extend downwind, 953.
Archer 953, turn right immediately. Archer 953, turn right immediately, read back.
Yeah, we're in the downwind, 953.
Warrior 0 Papa Foxtrot, extend downwind.
Extending downwind, 70 Papa Foxtrot.
Central West 102, thank you for the extension, turn left crosswind.
Left crosswind, Central West 102.
Central West 108, Falcon Tower. Central West 108, Falcon Tower. Archer 953, turn base.
Turn base, 953.
Central S101, running 4 left, good to land number 2, follow Cessna 1 mile final.
Clear to land, number 2, 4 left, 101.
Light for 48 Juliet, verify running 4 left, good to land.
4 left, clear to land, 48 Juliet.
Warrior 858, follow Archer left crossing.
Following that traffic, Warrior 58.
Central S108, Falcon Tower.
Anyway, you can see where distractions can be critical on the ATC side as well as on the pilot side. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this.
Archer 9053, running 4 left, good to land number 3.
All right, I'm going to put this one down a little shorter.
4 left, clear to land, 953. Falcon Tower, Sky 82 inbound for red row, full stop with Delta.
Archer 953, cancel any clearance, change 24 right, contact tower 124.6.
Change to 4 right, contact tower 124.6, 953.
40 Papa Foxtrot, turn base.
Turning base, 70 Papa Foxtrot.
40 Papa Foxtrot, traffic 4 mile final, and trail running.
Got a little gust at the end there.
Cessna 6 kilo Sierra, fly straight out.
Fly straight out, 826 Kilo Sierra.
Control 05, turn left, downwind, descend approved.
Left downwind descend, Vector 75. Falcon Tower, Metro West 108, 4 left.
Control 108, Falcon Tower. Central West 108, Falcon Tower.
Falcon Tower, Metro West 108.
Central West 108, Falcon Tower. I think I'm having issues with your radio. How do you hear me?
We just switched radios, Metro West 108, can you hear me now?
Central West 108, I hear you loud and clear. The other controller was...
Falcon Tower, Sky 504 South, for a blue arrival with Delta. Delta 504 South, Falcon Tower, roger, continue the descent. 108.
Interstate 881, turn base.
Pattern altitude 81.
Cessna 882 Lima Alpha, Falcon Tower. Thank you for the delay. Thank you for your patience. Make left traffic, running 4 left.
Left traffic, 4 left, no problem, 82 Lima Alpha.
Contact ground, have a good day.
No problem, right on Delta 6, and on contact ground, have a good one, Oxford 9864.
Light Sport 644, correction, Light Sport 648 Juliet, just to double check, hold short of runway 48.
Thank you, yeah, holding short, 4 right, 48 Juliet.
Thank you.
All right, so we're done with the flight. I've got her all wiped down, put away. She's ready to go for the next time. So hopefully you enjoyed that time flying with her for the first time on the podcast. Going forward, you'll probably see more of her because, as I do more Cockpit series episodes, some of them will probably be in Lil Rue. So hope you enjoyed that. We really love flying her. It's a great time. So, see you next time.